Unprecedented flooding is forcing hundreds of residents to leave their homes in southwestern Colorado. The heavy rain has caused the San Juans and the Blanco rivers to rise. And since the flooding, around 90 homes have been damaged in the Vallecito Reservoir area.
Yeah, these images are just absolutely heartbreaking, what we're seeing out of that part of our state. Some have up to 2 feet of water inside. 90's reporter Corey Reppenhagen is joining us live from Pagosa Springs right now. Corey, what exactly are you seeing out there?
Hey, yeah, you know, Jordan, the sun's come up now and it's revealed quite a bit. One of the most noticeable things is that it's not currently raining. It did rain all night for the 4th consecutive night, but when it's not raining, there's just a little bit of a sense of relief. You can have some vision and some hope, and that's kind of what you feel right now, just because we're seeing a little bit of daylight and without the rain falling at the moment. But it's also revealing some of the incredible river and creek flows. I'm in Vallecito on the north side of Vallecito Reservoir, and this is Vallecito Creek. Now this is just absolutely raging right now. This is normally just a very small creek that runs at about 200, 300 CFS. It is now running at 3,000 CFS, and it had crested at nearly 7,000. So this is an absolute historic flow that they've really only seen twice. So 1970 is the date that everybody talks about when they had the last flooding event here. But over the last 100 years, this is only the second time that they've seen flows like this. It's coming very close to some of the homes out here. Right in this section that we're seeing just some spectacular properties out here, and just this area is amazing. You can really understand why people want to live out here, but they are dealing with this intense historic rainfall. And I'm standing right now on one of the most critical bridges here that's coming into this community, and this received some pretty substantial damage on Saturday. This was actually washed away, part of this bridge, and they had to do a temporary repair. They did a temporary fill just in anticipation of being able to utilize this roadway for emergency activities and just when they allow people back in here. So there are still 340 homes out here on the north side of the reservoir that are on mandatory evacuation because of the river flows. There has been 100 homes, according to Sheriff Sean Smith, that received some sort of water damage. And then there are 2 homes that have been destroyed. And that's the interesting part, is because the county had to actually destroy the 2 homes. They were right up here to my left, and the banks were eroding so much that the homes were going to fall into the creek, and they were worried that it was going to blast this roadway away. So they worked with the homeowners. The homeowners gave them permission to tear down those 2 homes with backhoes and really kind of prevent any downstream damage. So that was the idea behind that. But there are 2 flood zones. So we're here in Plata County. About an hour to the east is Pagosa Springs, where the San Juan River has crested again overnight to 12.5 feet, just as high as it did on Saturday night. And they are seeing some limited flooding right down along the San Juan River in Pagosa. So 2 flood zones. The good news here, Katie, at the moment, we're not seeing any rain. We do know that that is possible to see a little bit more in the forecast, but at least the constant barrage of rain is not happening right now, and it seems like that's giving just a little bit of hope in the air because of that.
Corey, I'm glad to see that. Thank you so much for your reporting, and just seeing the river rushing behind you really gives us an idea of what they're dealing with there.